Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your April 2021 General Tarot reading. It's Raina here. So, I've already done an astrology video for your sign, so you can check that out on my channel. I'm just going to do straight astrology here. Straight tarot. Well, sometimes I mention astrology. I can't help myself. Okay, the first thing that came into my mind that I was going to ask you, Cancer, is what are you building with the Three of Pentacles? What is it that you're building? This is at the center of this. Maybe you're building a career. And maybe you're starting a family in some cases. And, you know, the pentacles relate to earth energy. So there's always that element of what is built to last versus what is temporary. Actually, you know, it's funny because I just looked up in my book about it because I want to see if they even mentioned starting a family, and they didn't mention it. I didn't see it, but I skimmed things so much. I think in the Rider Waite deck, you know, the one that Pamela Coleman Smith illustrated, that she had, I thought she had a baby being, dedicated in church. So I assumed that was what it was. But basically, this is a very creative card, even though it's practical at the same time. So this is great for career growth. Number 3 is a number of growth. So in terms of expanding your prospects, this would be a card of this is the architect's card. So the architect has the blueprint. So what is the blueprint for success in your life is going to be having the skills. If you're working for somebody else, or even if you're working for yourself for that matter, is getting skills, maintaining skills, and getting new skills. And that may be really what is on your mind, what you've been accomplishing. You may have already had some success as it is, and you're being recognized for those accomplishments. In the past position, we have the Page of Wands, and this can be good news that has come your way. This can be the birth of a new, even something like an endeavor, such as a new business. And this is a great time to launch new businesses, by the way, in April. And so that is just perhaps you plugging away and, being all about excellence, craftsman. This is the card of the craftsman. And there's like a lot of enthusiasm for whatever it is that you're doing, but there's also a lot of diligence. The higher message is the Queen of Pentacles. Now, this is funny because the Queen represents the water element, so that's intuitive, also the mother, and Cancer is a sign of the mother. The Pentacles is the earth energy, and so anything that falls under the category or into the category of practical matters would be in this particular domain. So you may simply be, as this is the higher message, and it's showing the ability to nurture a business. So with the Queen, there's an intuitive and emotional quality. With this cold hard cash kind of pentacles. Pentacles isn't just about money though, but practical things, jobs, those maybe the work that you're doing and things like that you can infuse that natural nurturing ability into this area of life, even with the financial situation. And this is, to me, like the personal touch too. Like you're putting a little bit of yourself into it. Also, the Queen of Pentacles is like the queen of her castle. And certainly you rule the house of home and family. So you may even be doing this from home. Perhaps you were somebody who was waiting for, to get called back to your job after the shutdowns, wherever you live in the world. And, or even if you did get called back, it's not the same. You're trying to step in the same river twice in the same way, and you can't. The river has changed. So this may be simply you deciding to do something for yourself, like a home business. Now, maybe you're still working at a day job, but you intend to kind of transition to that. I don't know. Something like that comes to mind. What is crossing you is the Hermit card. Now, this is a card connected to Virgo, which is one of those earth signs. So if you're dealing with an earth sign, maybe it's a wayward Virgo. But the Hermit, to me, it's like if it's in the challenge position, there has to be the connection to spirit, to your inner self. Maybe, you've gotten very absorbed in the mundane reality, and there might be for good reason, but simply that it's time to bring it back to more of the spiritual side of life so that you can really be on your purpose. So you're on track with where you're supposed to be, instead of being somebody who is kind of doing things in a way that is just being directed by outer circumstances. The Hermit, it's funny because they show the he's looking at the light, the inner light, and that inner star, which is the North Star or whatever, that guides us. What's coming in is the Tower. The Tower. What does the Tower represent? Well, to me, like astrologically, that would be eclipses. So let's see. When is the next eclipse? The next eclipse is on May 26th, and it's going to be in Sagittarius. Now, Sag for you is the 8th house. And technically some of you may feel this in your relationship sector, but either way, I feel like this could be like a breakthrough. It doesn't have to be a breakdown to me. It could be a breakthrough. And in general, this may be like you letting go of some of those preconceived notions in your life that keep you being overly cautious and waiting for the other shoe to drop. Cancer is a sign that is very self-protective and also protecting towards other people. But think about that for a second. If you're protecting someone, aren't you implying to them and to the universe that the world is a dangerous place and that at any moment something horrible can happen? Now, of course, we know that technically that might be true. All you have to do is watch the news, although that might not be a good idea to do that on a regular basis because, you might really believe that calamities are just waiting for you. However, there is a higher way of looking at things. Going back to that Hermit card and really tuning into your higher self. I was thinking about this yesterday, that I don't believe that life is a dangerous place. And I've read stories that have made me shed a tear. So it's not that I haven't read very sad things. It's just how I feel. And that doesn't mean that I just throw caution to the wind and do whatever, whenever. No, of course not. But beginning to settle into on the physical level, your nervous system, so you're not overly reactive. You're not always in a tense state of being inside your body. And, there are many different ways that can help that process along. And that is the physical side of it. The mental side of it is what you choose to allow into your consciousness and whether you choose to believe your thoughts. Just because you think a thought doesn't make it true. Just remember that. And some of you Cancers have Mercury in Gemini, so you might have monkey mind. So this might be a release from something that was building up that you just didn't want to deal with, and it has freed you. It has liberated you. Can sometimes it be a little bit messy? Yes. But it ultimately can have a really wonderful quality to it, because you look back and you say, oh my gosh, thank you to all these people who I thought were thwarting me. They actually sprung me out of jail. I mean, they were my, they helped me. They were the ones who gave me a jailbreak. I didn't do it. I didn't leave. I didn't leave that job, because I thought, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Well, you know what? You still find yourself up in an upright position. No matter what happens, everything seems to work out. So I can't tell you what this Tower moment is going to be, because the eclipses are not happening in April. And maybe, some people do feel them a month earlier. But wherever this is landing in your chart, or wherever you just feel it in general, if you feel like there's a lot of change in your life, embrace it. Don't cling. If somebody wants to leave, for instance, let them leave, because that's what they want to do. Don't try to manipulate them. Don't try to, point out this or that. Just let them do what they want to do. And see what happens when you don't cling to things, when you just let them be. This is especially important for personal relationships. And I paused because I was saying, I just told Cancer what to do, and I don't like to tell people what to do. Obviously, you know that you still have control over your reality, and I'm just a schmuck doing a tarot reading on YouTube. So you're responsible for your actions, but I'm just saying that that's something you could think about trying. If you tend to be that Cancer with those claws that cling to every person, place, and thing, maybe out of sentimentality, maybe out of, emotion that is just beyond sentimentality, but just you feel like you can't not have that person in your life or that situation in your life. Learning to love what is. Great book by Byron Katie. Check it out. And then the outcome is the Two of Pentacles. And this is a card that talks about perhaps having some kind of a decision to make about two jobs. Like I said, you may be doing something in your own life. You know what this could be with the Tower card? Maybe you're blowing up. Maybe you're like a crafty craftsman, craftswoman, craftsperson, doing it on Etsy, and it just blows up like an artisan, a jeweler, a jewelry maker, and it blows up, and now then you get a job offer from your old line of work, and you're like, oh man, what should I do? It could also involve travel overseas. So, wow. Anyway, that's what I have for you, Cancer. I hope that you enjoyed this. if you would like a personal reading, I am promoting my double astrology readings and so those are deep dive, hour of tarot, hour of natal chart interpretation, hour of transits for the coming 12 months, and the whole enchilada combination tarot, a full-length tarot reading with a combination natal chart and transits. Full-length, both of those are full-length readings called the whole enchilada. The link is below. I have other types of readings too. Take care. Bye.